Mabuhay everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I am continuing on with my series of the trimester recaps, and I have previously filmed a first trimester recap, and you can go ahead and look into my channel history for that one. But today I'm going to be doing my second trimester recap, as I have all the details bundled up and experienced them all. So the two biggest changes that happened in my second trimester was increase of energy and a massive return of chronic pain in my second trimester. So starting off with the energy levels, it's very common for people to experience like a drain of energy in the first trimester, but I had so many people tell me like just wait until you get into your second trimester because that's supposed to be when you get this big rush of energy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I get that. And I was waiting and waiting, and it wasn't until a couple weeks into the second trimester where I was like, okay, I can do stuff now. And it wasn't anything like I was expecting in the stories I was hearing that other people had, where they had so much energy that they don't know what to do with themselves. For me, it was just like leveling up to my normal before pregnancy energy levels. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but maybe it just happens to extroverts, and where they were just so depleted for so long that they're like, bam, in your face, like I can do anything. But with introverts, with me, I'm just like my regular old self. So far as how I did medically this trimester, it was horrible. And for a very long time, I really thought the stress of having to go to work with chronic pain that's hardly treatable, that if I stayed home instead of working, then the stress of the pressure of having to put on a face where everything is fine would help my body relax and not flare up as much. But now, for being out of work for over a month now, and my pain was not getting better, and it's really hard to say in detail because it changes so fast. Like for the last week, I have had very little pain, and then now it's starting to come back again. And this is kind of like what it's been my whole work life. So maybe stress is not the answer for me, but it certainly seems like it, because like I know when I have a certain stressful situation, then I get an immediate flare-up out of that. And also, if I'm doing okay and I get a flare-up, it causes me stress in the body. Anyway, I don't really know what's going on exactly with my pain coming back or not going away after not working, but we'll just see how it goes. But all that to say, I don't want this video to become all about my medical issues, but I am experiencing those struggles throughout this pregnancy, so I will save it up for a later video when I feel more comfortable explaining more of what's going on besides the pregnancy. I wanted to make some positive changes in my second trimester, so I created 3 goals for myself, and those goals were to eat at least 1 serving of vegetables a day. Another one was to exercise or stretch once a day, and the third was to spend time with Jesus reading my Bible daily. And because I was working more than full-time hours with my 2 jobs leading up to that point, I was thinking those 3 things are gonna have me improve my health physically, spiritually, pregantally better for optimal health. I feel like one of the biggest challenges people face while working is to find time to take care of your health and make healthy choices day by day. while I was working at Starbucks, I would be eating 2 meals out of my day from that food source. It mainly consisted of carbs and sugar because Starbucks has reoriented their menu, and I don't know if the pandemic influenced this, but we got rid of our salads and I loved eating those salads. But basically, what the emphasis is on in our menu is proteins and your classic sugary drink with energy. Not bashing on Starbucks, still love them, but I was just not able to eat healthy enough, and by the time I got home, I was like, with all the pounds I'm gaining in pregnancy, being on my feet all day, I was like totally done and didn't have enough energy or time to think about how I could make a healthy dinner by the time I got home. And it always made me feel like I wasn't doing good enough for me and my baby, because the recommendation is that I've heard was like 5 handfuls of vegetables every day, and I was like not even getting a single bite of vegetables most of those days. But at least I was taking a prenatal, so hopefully that helped. So in my second trimester, I made it very short and simple. Those 3 goals to take care of my health were easy to remember and something that I could look back on by the time I hit my head to the pillow. Was, did I do these 3 things? Did I eat a vegetable? Did I exercise? And did I spend time with Jesus to fill me up? Did I spend time with Jesus to fill me up spiritually? And even with pregnancy brain, it was a simple enough regimen for me to go for. I didn't keep like a diary record of it, but a mental record. And so what I felt like I did, I feel like I did pretty good. Like, because it wasn't easy to meet every single one of those 3 goals. But I was able to meet at least 1 or 2, and I think mostly 2 of them on a daily basis. I do want to chat about exercise though, because I've been like Google searching and following professionals on social media sites, as well as like what my doctor is saying for my pregnancy, and a lot of what I was hearing was make sure you get approval for the exercises that you do with your doctor, because you don't want to ruin something in your pregnancy. And it got me so scared and paralyzed that I was too scared to do anything exercisable stretching wise in my entire first trimester. Like, I have these like weight balls that I can like hold in my hand and like do stuff, but I was way too scared to even like do arm workouts. But at the same time, I'm also hearing stories of, if you were doing an exercise thing before pregnancy, you can do it during pregnancy. And then you get it mixed up with the past, where the old school way of treating pregnant people was, don't lift anything over 20 pounds. Like, if you're pregnant, do not do that right away. And it's so hard to balance misinformation to what's really true. But for me, a lot of times I have to see something to believe it, and I follow this pelvic floor physical therapist online, and I saw her doing a workout while she was pregnant, and I was like, what? You're working out? And it actually flipped something in me where I was like, okay, I don't have to be afraid to do a little workout. You know, I know you should be careful with your abs for the separation possibility, but you can do a little stuff. You can do stuff. And if I was not experiencing chronic pain, I totally would have been active multiple times a day. But the sad truth about that, my flare-ups come multiple times a day, and sometimes they last anywhere from a few minutes to a good chunk of couple months. So I stretched maybe 5 times in my second trimester, but those days where I was feeling good and was able to do those stretches, I felt so good afterwards. It was like bringing back memories of gymnastics and just feeling good about taking care of my body. Alright, so I got this entire outfit from Kohl's at the maternity department, and it was one of those days where I was like, I really need to find something because my pants are too tight. Nothing fits because my belly pops out of the bottom of my clothing. So I did find this really comfy, I found this really comfy knit top, which also like flips open for future breastfeeding, which I thought was like a 2-in-1 deal. And so I got that, and these nice pants are, here, look close up, more like sandy color, I guess, and then they go all the way up and can reveal the bump, which is so pretty. I love it. And then deep pockets. You can't go wrong with that. Lounge pants. What else do we have? Oh yes. So this is what I've been wearing a lot lately. This is my husband's raggedy old shirt. And I think it came from his dad. So I got it passed on by 2 people. But it's so funny because I went to Mr. Car Wash this one day, and it was like sunny. I had my sunglasses on, I put all makeup on. It was looking so good. Rolled down my window, and the girl came up to me and she was like asking me all the questions for what kind of wash I need. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I love that jacket. Where did you get it? And I was like, oh, from my husband. Show my ring at her. And she was like, oh. Like, I totally offended her because it wasn't from an actual store. Ah. And then at my main church, I got this cool flannel. I got it in a large. Usually I've been wearing medium before pregnancy, but still even, wait, is it? It feels like a large. Oh, it's a medium, but it's a unisex, so that's why it's a little bigger. Anyway, I can button it halfway up, but then leave it loose, like a curtain, swoosh that way, on the bottom half because of my belly, and it still works. You just gotta wear an undershirt. But I still got some more clothing. Do me a favor, and if you like the reviewing of clothing or anything that I've shown for my trimester recaps, if you like the stuff I'm showing, would you give me a like on the video to let me know that what I'm putting out is decent and cool so I can keep doing it? Because not everyone comments, and it's hard to tell if I'm doing a good job, you know, because I don't have any like bosses on my hobby here. So I got these stretchy pants. They are not that color. They are more a rich fall orange in person, but they do stretch, and they're not very stretchy. Well, it stretches up there, but the whole fabric thing is not very stretchy. It's like canvas almost. And then here's my biggest mistake. Target. I thought they would have really nice jeans in the maternity section, and it looks good on the store, but not on me. So once I got pregnant, I realized how much I love high-waisted things, and even high-waisted underwear. Like, I'm a fan of those granny panties. But here, the thing is, it's nice to have this, but okay, so one of the problems is I bought this a size too big, and it's still loose even in the 3rd trimester, but the deal is the butt. It's not very tall from here to there, and I have to wear a belt with this, and especially in the front too, because I don't know, I guess the theory is shorter pants because you have an expanding belly, but I mean, that's what these things are for, these stretchy things on this side. That's what helps, but you don't have to have it so low unless you're that kind of person. But that was just not me. Fashion mistake, always try things on. I tried this whole outfit on before I bought it, so my bad on this one. If you want to know how my baby's been doing the 2nd trimester, the checkups have been great. The doctor just pointed out that the baby is a little bit bigger than what the normal standard is. Still fine, but they're just noticing it's a really high percentile of the growth. I think overall, besides the chronic pain interfering in this pregnancy, I have been having such a marvelous pregnancy because I love spending time learning about my baby, and it's been really exciting to prep for this new member of our family. We've gotten a few more things since the last update video, and I won't be sharing much because I want like more things to build up. I will be doing a live baby shower in a couple of weeks, which will happen on this YouTube channel. So if you didn't get an invite, because I don't remember everyone, you're also welcome to join that live. I think it's happening on November 19. Let's see. Yeah, November 19. And it's gonna... wow, I don't even remember what time. But in the afternoon. Anyway, if you subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell button, then you'll get an alert on your laptop or whatever, like, Rena went live! So, I'm really excited for that. And please use the comment section or the like button here on YouTube to let me know how you are liking the videos that I'm putting out. It's also one of the best ways to improve my channel growth. Here with my statistics, I have a lot of statistics coming in for every video I put out, and one of the reasons why I'm making this trimester series is because I feel like we need more people to share what's going on in important parts of their lives, like especially pregnancy. Like, that's a really fun time, and it's also an overwhelming time for a lot of ladies. The more relatability we can get going on around life and friendships and being open and honest about things, I feel like is gonna make our life more fuller. So that's why I'm doing it. And honestly, every time I film this, I always go like, oh my gosh, I totally missed something fun to say or a good update or something I should have mentioned in these recap videos. So if something comes to mind, you're like, she didn't mention this, let me know in the comments, and then I can like update it on the 3rd trimester recap. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this baby. So I'll catch you guys later at the V Live. See you in my next one.